Welcome to Stick Genius. Cricket, a sport played by 2.5 billion fans across the globe. A sport of strategy, skill, and breathtaking moments. But if you've ever watched a match and wondered, what is everyone doing and where are they supposed to be, this guide is for you. In the next 10 minutes, you'll understand the field, every fielding position, every player role, exactly how runs are scored, and how teams chase targets. Let's start from the ground up. Cricket is played on a large oval-shaped ground, typically between 130 and 150 meters across. At the heart of the oval sits the pitch, a 22-yard strip of prepared clay and grass where all the action happens. Surrounding the pitch is the infield, bounded by the 30-yard circle, also called the fielding restriction circle or the inner ring. This circle is 27 meters from the center of the pitch. Beyond the inner ring stretches the outfield, the wide expanse of grass between the circle and the boundary rope. And the boundary, that outer rope or painted line that marks the edge of the playing area, is perhaps the most important line on the entire field. When the ball crosses it, runs are automatically awarded, no running required. The ground is surrounded by a crowd in every international match, and the condition of the pitch and the outfield heavily influences the strategy of both teams. Now let's zoom in on the pitch itself. The pitch is 22 yards long, that's just over 20 meters, and about 10 feet wide. At each end of the pitch stands a wicket, 3 upright wooden stumps topped by 2 small horizontal pieces called bails. The stumps are named off stump, middle stump, and leg stump from the batter's perspective. The bowler's job is to hit those stumps and dislodge the bails. The batter's job is to prevent that from happening and score runs while doing so. The condition of the pitch is crucial. A hard, dry pitch helps fast bowlers. A rough, worn pitch in the later stages of a test match turns dramatically for spin bowlers. Weather, soil type, and preparation all play a role. The 3 zones of the cricket field each serve a distinct purpose. The boundary is the outermost line. Hitting the ball to the boundary rope along the ground scores 4 runs. Clearing the boundary in the air, a 6. The outfield is the large grass area between the 30-yard circle and the boundary rope. Fielders placed here are tasked with stopping boundaries and cutting off long shots. Fast, athletic fielders are positioned here. The infield, or 30-yard circle, is where the most intense fielding action takes place. In power play overs, the number of fielders allowed outside this circle is restricted, giving batters more opportunity to score. Understanding these 3 zones helps you read any captain's fielding strategy. Look closely at the pitch and you'll see white and yellow painted lines. These are the crease lines and they determine life and death for a batter. The batting crease, the white solid line, marks the position of the stumps. Just in front of it, 1.22 meters ahead, is the popping crease. This is the safety line for the batter. As long as the batter's bat or body is grounded behind the popping crease, they cannot be run out or stumped. The moment they step out, the wicketkeeper can break the stumps and they're dismissed. There are also return creases, vertical lines on either side of the pitch. The bowler must deliver with their front foot landing inside the return crease. Overstepping the popping crease with their front foot is a no ball. The batting team gets a free run and the batter cannot be dismissed. Now let's look at the 2 ends of the pitch. The striker end, also called the batting end, is where the batter faces each delivery. They stand with their bat grounded behind the popping crease, ready to play the ball. At the opposite end is the non-striker end. The second batter, the partner, stands here, also behind the popping crease. They wait to run when a shot is played. The bowler delivers from close to the non-striker end and runs towards the striker's stumps to release the ball. After completed run, the batters swap ends. The striker becomes the non-striker and vice versa. This is how partnerships are built, ball by ball. Now for one of the most fascinating parts of cricket, fielding positions. A cricket team has 11 players, but only 2 bat at a time. That leaves 9 fielders plus the wicketkeeper to patrol the field. Every position has a name, and captains arrange their fielders strategically based on the batter, the pitch, and the bowler. Let's walk through them. Behind the stumps on the offside, close to the bat, are the slips. First slip and second slip are positioned to catch edges. Alongside them is gully, slightly wider and deeper, catching thick edges. These 3 are the close catching cordon, essential against new ball bowling. Moving around the offside, we have point, fielding square of the bat on the offside, cutting off sliced shots. Cover is one of the most important positions in the offside corridor, stopping drives and cutting off singles. Mid-off is in the V, straight down the ground on the offside, usually a safe pair of hands for the captain. On the leg side, mid-on mirrors mid-off, straight on the onside. Square leg is square of the bat on the leg side, cutting off flicks and pulls. Fine leg is behind square on the leg side, deep and fine, stopping glances. Third man is the mirror of fine leg on the offside, behind the slips, deep in the corner, stopping edges that go down to the third man boundary. Long on and long off are the deep boundary fielders, stationed at the boundary behind the bowler's run-up, left and right. They save sixes and take catches from mistimed lofted shots. The captain can place any combination of fielders in any of these positions, creating unique defensive or attacking setups for each batter and bowler. Every player in a cricket team has a specific role. Let's meet all 8. The opener faces the new ball at the start of the innings. They must handle the extra swing and seam movement of a brand new ball while setting the foundation for the team's total. The middle order batter comes in after the openers, usually at 3, 4, 5, or 6. They consolidate the innings and accelerate when needed. They're often the most technically complete batters. The finisher bats late, at 6, 7, or even 8. Their job is to explode in the final overs, hitting boundaries and maximizing runs when fielding restrictions have ended and scoring becomes harder. The wicketkeeper is the only fielder allowed to wear gloves. They stand behind the stumps, collecting every ball that beats the bat. They can stump batters who leave their crease, and they direct the field from behind. They see everything happening in front of them. The spinner is a bowler who uses revolutions and flight to deceive the batter. Spin bowlers are especially dangerous on rough, turning pitches, typically in the latter stages of test matches or in Asian conditions. The fast bowler is the strike weapon, delivering at high speeds, sometimes over 145 kilometers per hour. They generate swing, seam, and bounce to take wickets early and at the death. The all-rounder is cricket's most valuable player type. They contribute meaningfully both as a batter and a bowler, giving the captain extra flexibility in selection and match plans. And the captain, the on-field leader, they set the field, choose the bowling order, make tactical decisions ball by ball, and inspire their team through pressure moments. A great captain can change a match. Now for the most exciting part, scoring runs. There are several ways a batting team adds to their total. A single. The batter hits the ball into the field and both batters sprint to swap ends. 1 run is added, the safest and most common scoring shot. 2s and 3s. The batters run between the wickets multiple times before the fielder can return the ball. Rare in modern cricket, 3s require exceptional running between the wickets and a slow outfield. The 4. The ball reaches the boundary rope along the ground. Instantly, 4 runs are added, no running required. This is the most common boundary in cricket. The 6. The batter strikes the ball cleanly and it clears the boundary rope without bouncing. 6 runs, crowd on their feet, and pure cricket drama. In addition to these, a batting team also scores extras, runs added to the total that are not credited to the batter. Wides and no balls by the bowler, byes when a keeper misses the ball, and leg byes when the ball deflects off the batter's pads without hitting the bat. All of these count toward the team's total and add pressure on the bowling side. Individual brilliance is wonderful, but cricket is won by partnerships. A partnership is the total runs scored by two batters together before one of them is dismissed. A strong opening partnership gives the team a solid platform. A match-winning middle-order partnership rescues a team from early trouble. Great partnerships wear down bowling attacks, force captains to change their plans, and shift the momentum of an entire match. Some of the greatest partnerships in cricket history have produced over 500 runs together, changing the course of series. The team that builds consistent partnerships will almost always win. Let's talk about overs and the all-important run rate. An over is a set of 6 consecutive deliveries bowled by the same bowler. After 6 balls, the umpire calls over, and a different bowler must bowl from the opposite end. No bowler can bowl consecutive overs. In a 20-20 match, each team faces 20 overs, 120 deliveries. In a one-day international, it's 50 overs each. And in Test cricket, the longest format, there's no over limit. Teams play for up to 5 days with multiple innings. The run rate is how many runs a team scores per over on average. Simply divide total runs by total overs completed. A run rate of 8 means the team scores 8 runs every over. Very aggressive. The required run rate is how many runs per over the chasing team needs to win from the balls remaining. As this number rises, pressure mounts. The power play overs, the first 6 in a T20, the first 10 in an ODI, are the most exciting. Fielding restrictions apply, giving batters freedom to attack. The team that maximizes power play runs has a massive advantage. In limited overs cricket, the match is split into 2 innings. The first team to bat sets the score. Their final total plus 1 becomes the target. The second team must reach or pass that target before they lose 10 wickets or run out of overs, whichever comes first. If they score enough runs with wickets to spare, they win by wickets. If they fall short by just a few runs, it's an agonizing near-miss defeat. There's also the DLS method, Duckworth, Lewis, Stern. When weather interrupts play and the match is cut short, this mathematical formula recalculates the target based on the overs remaining and the resources available to the chasing team. The chase is where cricket drama peaks. Required run rates climb, wickets fall under pressure, and single balls can flip results. This is what makes cricket the most strategically complex team sport on earth. And that is cricket. Field, fielding positions, player roles, scoring, partnerships, overs, run rate, target, and chase. You now have everything you need to watch any cricket match in the world and truly understand what you're seeing. If you found this guide helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to Stick Genius for more sports explainers, and share it with someone who's always wanted to understand cricket. We'll see you in the next one.